Alright, adventurers. Here we go. We're at KP International Market, favorite grocery store in the whole world. It's fantastic in there. Gonna go in and have a great time. Gonna do some shopping and then try out some of the food in the food court. They literally have everything and anything you could ever want, which is fantastic in my book because I love to eat all kinds of weird and strange things. They have all kinds of cultural things, Mexican, Oriental, literally anything you want. They even have a fish market where you can buy fish and then they'll cook it for you. So we'll see what we gotta go and get. Not sure what I'm shopping for. Maybe get some sashimi style fish and throw on some rice tonight or something for dinner. But this place is great. It's off of Sunrise and Folsom, KP International. And if you don't know how to cook fish, literally you can buy a fish and they'll cook it for you. Pretty awesome. So we'll see what they got going on in there. Let's go. All right, this is the food court. We're gonna hit this up later after I go shopping a little bit and get a few things that I want. They have so much stuff. They got pho, they got roast duck, they got sushi, they have really anything you ever want, fish, pork bento boxes, they have Mexican burritos, nachos, anything you want. It's a fantastic place. All right, a little bummed out. I was gonna get the roast duck for you guys because it's literally the best thing they have here. Peking roast duck, it's crispy, crunchy, skin's phenomenal. The flavor of the duck's great, but they don't have any more today, so I guess we'll have to come back another time and try that out. So I guess I'll review some different foods. Walking through the pastry bread area, which are Mexican beers or breads, and then the beers right there. Over here we're coming into the deli section. They have a whole bunch of really awesome stuff. They got pan fried food, so it's Vietnamese pancakes or breaded veggies. We got kimchi over here. The regular kimchi is the best. And all kinds of things you could ever want, like the bully beef. If you go on there on your own, you can come here and buy it. You can buy red octopus. You can buy little tiny crabs and stuff. All kinds of things over here. Pretty fantastic. We got seaweed salad. If you want to think like that, I like it, but if you're sometimes we got sliced shellfish, calamari salad. Lots of things you could ever want. They got little lunch specials you can have inside and stuff. So the frozen section has literally anything you want. They got frozen crab, frozen shrimp, some soft shell crabs. They got frozen literally everything you could ever want. All kinds of broths and sauces on the top. Not sure what everything's used for. I'm sure some kind of soups, some kind of delivery service for the flavors. They even got canned quail eggs. Not sure about that. This would taste terrible. They had some chop suey. They had some imitation duck. I'm not quite sure what imitation duck would be. That seems like a no-no. Don't buy the imitation duck for $1.99. This sounds disgusting. They got some pho broth. I probably would try that out because it's probably not too bad. Got a lot of pho broths here. And then you can make your own pho at home, but it's actually cheaper to make it or just buy it from a store. They got apple snail meat. So they have everything. I'm not sure how quick these turn over, but this seems kind of like an abalone. Oh, it says abalone. Over here it says apple snail meat. Abalone, apple snail meat. I think they got a little things mixed up. This is the apple snail meat. So if you want some snails, some escargot, you marinate in some garlic and butter, and you have yourself some escargot. The abalone is actually $9.99, not $4.99. So they're trying to throw you off there by mixing everything up. But the place is awesome, not just for the frozen foods. They that package is broken, so don't get that one. But for all the fresh foods too, so they got a whole veggie section, which is fresh and awesome. I just bought a bunch of mushrooms, and it should be pretty good. They got imitation shark fin. Obviously, if you eat shark fin, it's a no-no. You're not supposed to actually eat that. You know what goat fish is. They got frog legs for $7.99. So if you like things that taste like chicken, go for it. But there's so much stuff here, it's ridiculous. I get lost, and then sometimes I buy way too much stuff. Alright, here we go again. Another aisle. So much stuff. That's why we got pollock. There is something I can't read because it's not in my language. This says dried pollock. I'll go with that's what it is. It looks very flavorful. Kind of soft, even though being frozen. Kind of strange. Not one word of English, so I might steer away from that because I'm not quite sure what it is. It seems like it would be tasty. This is the aisle that has all the pot stickers, all of the frozen cuts of fish. Saw a frozen cut of fish, didn't know what it was, a good deal, but not sure if I'm gonna buy it because not sure what it actually was. You got some octopus over here. I have like fresh, personally, like sashimi style. Here just to get some, mostly get some eel because I like the eel here. It's frozen, so it's over here in this section. I usually find the barbecue eel right here. So it's actually very expensive today. It's $18. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna buy that one. This one is $11.99. Just might get that one. The poke price is pretty good. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want. So I like the eel, but might be a little too expensive today. It seems like the price went up on the eel. Fish section. All kinds of things going on in here. Catfish, salmon fillets. They got sashimi. Actually today they have full lobsters. And then they have fresh sashimi style meat. So you eat that fresh, like on sushi rice or whatever. They got salmon sashimi, they got some hamachi, which actually the hamachi looks pretty bomb. Some of them. And then the fresh big-eyed tuna also does not look bad. We're gonna get this little piece right here. It's like only $5, so I can make some sushi. There we go. So that's pretty much the fish section. They got the fresh fish section over here. I got a bunch of stuff for this afternoon. They got conch. They got all kinds of stuff over here. They got birdfish. They got bellfish. They have lots of things. Like check those things out. They got fresh tilapia. These guys are over here. I don't know, some snapper. Looking pretty fresh. Another section of fish that just never stops in the store. Very halibut collars, pretty cheap for those actually. Salmon collars, all the collars are over here. All the leftovers after they cut and clean everything. They got some Dungeness crab. They got. So I ended up buying a few things, pretty much did my grocery shopping here for the weekend. And for next week, just have to get a couple things at the store for my wife, but for 3 full bags, a bunch of different ingredients, different foods that I like. Right now, I was going to eat some food in the food market, but they didn't have the roasted duck that I like. They're all out of that, and they're also out of the spring rolls. They're also out of the banh mi. So I was thinking about maybe not getting anything here. We're gonna get some pho, but it's pretty hot outside. So I might go to a place by my house that has different ingredients, but let me search around. All right, adventurers, just bought a bunch of groceries, sitting right behind me. About to eat this fish cake soup for $2.99. It's a soup, very brothy, no noodles, just some little fish cakes. Not quite sure how it's gonna taste. Usually I buy the banh mi's or the roasted duck here, but they're all out of those, so I'm gonna see about eating this. And for $2, actually wasn't a bad deal, so we'll see if it tastes any good, and then I might eat some more, so we'll see what's going on. So fish cake soup, here we go. I'm gonna try the broth by itself first. It's a little hot outside, but I think it smells good, kind of like a pho broth. Actually tastes kind of more like a ramen. If they had ramen noodles in here, it'd probably be pretty amazing. But they threw in some green onions and then the little fish cakes. For $2, it's actually not that bad of a deal. I'm gonna throw in some fish sauce and some hoisin and some sriracha to liven it up a bit. I think that'll make it pretty amazing. Yeah, it definitely needs a little something, but not bad for $2. I can't get enough of this little broth that they got going on here. It just keeps on giving, lots of flavor. Very, very delicious. Not too salty, which is a thing that happens a lot with broths and things. So we're gonna throw in some hoisin, just to kind of liven it up a little bit. Throw in some spice it up a little bit, and then for those who have never had fish sauce before, it just gives it that overall punch. You don't want too much, but you want to add some to your soups. It definitely helps to bring everything together, a little saltiness, but not too salty, and then yeah, and then it's perfect. So here we go. Let's try this broth again. Oh yeah, that's way better. I like that even more. I'm gonna try one of these fish cakes. You gotta open up the chopsticks here. I might get a bowl of pho. The pho is actually not too bad. If you can see behind me, they got seafood pho, combination pho, beef pho, and they got small, medium, large. The large is super big. I've seen it before. So there we go. Fish cake. I've actually never had a fish cake before. Thought I'd try it out for you guys. Not overly fishy. It kind of tastes like if you were to eat a vegetarian patty for a burger or something. It kind of has like that kind of consistency, where it's not overly fishy, not overly salty, no outstanding fishy flavors. So I actually don't know what fish they use. They might use like imitation crab or something. But with the broth, not a bad deal for $2. So there you have it. Once again, I'm Dick Woolery. This is Adventures of Dick. Let's see how much more food I can eat. All right, so the second thing I got was the fried cuttlefish. It's about $3.99. Not too bad for 3 pieces. One thing I usually get here, I usually get a go though, so this is gonna be the first time I taste it fresh. Nice and crispy, on a bed of lettuce. Should be pretty good. I'm gonna try the cuttlefish. Seems pretty hot. It's on a little skewer. Very hot. Not overly oily. I didn't try it with any sauce or anything, but it tastes very fresh, not overly pungent with fish flavor. Overall, I like the cuttlefish here. It tastes not too salty, but very crunchy. Definitely well done, very tender. Never had a cuttlefish. It's not like an octopus or not a squid or anything like that. It's an actual different kind of fish with little tendon or like little tentacles coming out of his face. It's a pretty cool looking fish, but it tastes similar to octopus or squid. All right, second bite. I'm gonna try it with a little bit of hoisin and sriracha. It's gonna bite a little hot, but that sauce has helped to balance it out. Not bad. If you don't know what sauce I'm talking about, you got fish sauce, hoisin, and sriracha. The standards for any Vietnamese, Oriental, Korean foods. Fantastic mix of sauce. I didn't put any fish sauce in this at the time. But overall, one of my favorite food courts ever. Such an eclectic mix. They have Russian, they have Mexican, they have German, they have Vietnamese, they have Chinese, they have pretty much anything you could ever want. If you want a hot dog, you have a hot dog here. They have a Korean barbecue around the corner. They have a juice bar. The broth is still amazing. So, hopefully you guys like this story as much as me. Every time I come here, I buy way too much stuff. And Erica has told me to stop going here because I just end up buying so much stuff. Just kidding. She hasn't actually told me that. But I feel like if she knows how much stuff I actually buy here, she might. A bunch of mushrooms, a bunch of seafood. I'm gonna cook some really cool stuff this weekend. Make myself some homemade sushi, cheaper than going out. But overall, I love KP International Market. If you've never been here, you need to get here because even the sake, wine, and beer are super cheap, and the liquor is too. Amazing place.